Gentlemen, esteemed guests, and valued participants, welcome to Metalogic PMS 51st webinar, a milestone event that marks yet another step forward in our mission to explore, innovate, and revolutionize the mining industry. Today, we gather to delve into the fascinating intersection of digitization, artificial intelligence, and drone technology in mining operations. This is Monica Bachchan, founder and CEO of Metalogic Projects Management Services, and I'm your moderator in today's program. As we embark on this journey together, it is important to recognize the significance of this webinar. We stand at the forefront of a technological revolution that is reshaping the way we approach mining from exploration to extraction and beyond. Digitization, AI, and drones are no longer just buzzwords. They are powerful tools that have potential to unlock new efficiencies, improve safety, and drive sustainable growth in the mining sector. RNO beneficiation stand at an intersection of technology, sustainability, and economic prosperity. It is a topic of immense importance as we strive to unlock the full potential of our natural resources while minimizing environmental impact and maximizing value creation. What makes this webinar particularly special is its timing and relevance. With the global mining industry facing unprecedented challenges and opportunities, there has been there has never been a more crucial moment to explore the transformative potential of digitization, AI, and drones. By harnessing the power of these technologies, we can navigate the complexities of modern mining apart from changing market dynamics and pave the way for a more sustainable and prosperous future. But our journey doesn't end here. I am thrilled to announce that Metalogic PMS will be hosting a conference on iron ore on 21st of June at Novotel, Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. This conference will bring together industry leaders, policymakers, and experts to discuss the latest development challenges and opportunities in the iron ore sector. It promises to be an invaluable opportunity for networking, learning, and collaboration. And I encourage each and every one of you to mark your calendar and join us for the important date. I would like to welcome our esteemed panelists today. We have Shri Sumit Dev, former President FEMI and former CMD of NMDC Limited. He is the one who started the digital drive in NMDC during his tenure. We have Shri Vivek Nath Singh, GM Sales and Marketing of Odisha Mining Corporation, another very big miner based in Odisha. Shri Prem Kumar Vislawat, founder and chief innovator of Marut Drones. And we have Shri Abhijit Mukherjee, GM Exploration from NMDC Limited. In conclusion, I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to our esteemed panelists whose expertise and insights will undoubtedly enrich our discussion today. I would also like to thank each and every one of you for joining us for in this journey of exploration and discovery. Together, let us embrace the power of digitization, AI, and drones to unlock new possibilities and drive positive change in the mining industry. Thank you, and let the webinar begin. And with this, I would like to invite Shri Sumit Dev to kindly open the session, sir. Over to you. Request you to please unmute.
Good afternoon, everyone, and hello, Monica, and the panelists for today's webinar on digitization and AI. So to begin with, I was reading an article yesterday which mentioned that the adoption of AI in this country has been around 48% for the year FY24, and with the potential to grow up to 5 to 7% in FY25. Now, this is for the entire sector. Now, if you look at the non-IT sector, the rate of adoption is of just 24%, 28% to be precise. Now, and in case of if you look at the mining sector, the progress has not been very great. It has been slow. Now, the reasons for this there are several reasons. The complexity of operations in a mining industry, from the exploration, extraction, processing, and transport. Now, to optimize all these operations together requires significant investments in technology, infrastructure, and expertise. So these are things which are important for all of us to understand. Reliability of high quality data, which is a must for AI, is typically in a mining industry, you operate in harsh conditions, difficult terrain. So collecting this data, collating this data is very important. And today we have IoT sensors, automation, and data analytics at work. So with this, that definitely will help in the process. Also, AI needs to take care of the regulatory environment. AI solutions must comply with safety standards and various other compliances to take care to ensure that adoption of AI is accelerated. The industry needs to collaborate more in terms of technology, sharing technology, research institutions, and agencies like Marut drones. I mean, I've seen and observed them. So the government will, and also the government agencies. So all of us will need to work together to ensure that the digitization drive is the pace picks up. When I talk of digitization, it means just not technology, but also we are transforming ourselves in the way we operate, improve safety, efficiency, and sustainability. As we move towards this concept of the mine of the future, it is imperative for the mining sector to enhance technological advancements, to drive a sustainable growth, improve efficiency, and ensure safety. Now, if we look at the challenges in the mining sector currently, the major challenges which we observe is optimizing and maximizing production effectiveness in terms of efficiency and cost. Here we need to ensure that we are at the top of the curve, so that our cost of production is obviously is optimized. Workforce safety is very important. Skilling of workforce and ensuring collaborative approach to work. I mean, of the various departments in the mining industry in the mining sector needs to work together to ensure that they are all integrated into the system. Now, digitization. Digitization does enable us to have a lot of advantages in terms of operations. For example, we have increased productivity, improved mine safety, improved decision making, real-time monitoring of data of the operations. Basically, you reduce your environment impact, operational costs get reduced, maintenance costs are optimized. So these are various benefits which we need to which accrue in terms of digitization process. The mining sector currently is already utilizing technology. It is not that we don't currently they are not utilizing technology. Digitization is already integrated into the system. Exploration, for example, in exploration we have usage of drones. Mr. Mukherjee will talk about them. Usage of drones for survey and exploration. I would like to tell you that using drones for survey and exploration is working out 20 to 30% cost-wise cheaper than any other conventional methods of exploration. We have autonomous drills operating in exploration, mining operations, automated trucks, stockpile management, which is very important for our inventory, sensor-based sorting of ore, automatic analyzers on conveyor belts. So these are already things which are already in operation in various mines in the country. Production in the area of production, sensors on equipments, IoT of things, predictive maintenance analysis to reduce your cost of maintenance. So RFID tags, tagging, tagging, Beveridge manless operations. So these are mostly currently being utilized. We have the things like centralized dashboard for real-time monitoring of operations. So currently these are things which are being operated. In case of NMDC, if you look at our journey of digitization, we started this ERP system in NMDC, implemented the ERP, and then built our various digitization process around it to integrate with the ERP system. And now currently, whatever digitization processes are being implemented are being integrated into the whole system. Now, if you look at our journey of digitalization, we started with a couple of years back. We started with this mine transport and surveillance system (MTSS) in Doni Malai, which didn't really work out to our standards. And I think there's a process of we are trying to upgrade it and revamp the whole system. This involves, of course, weighbridge management, vehicle movement, RFID tagging. So these are various aspects of this MTSS system. Then we also there's this integrated command and control center which is being in the process of being implemented. Real-time stockpile management, smart metering, real-time data collection, and then the most important of all is the fleet management system (FMS) system, which we are trying to integrate with the ERP. Now this involves vehicle tracking and monitoring, vehicle health, driver behavior monitoring, asset utilization, and fuel management. These are various aspects of this fleet management system which is being implemented. And very soon, I think this whole process gets implemented in NMDC, which will ensure that digitization. We enter into the phase one of this, complete this phase one of implementation of the digitization drive in NMDC. Overall, in case of NMDC, we are committed to leveraging technology to optimize operations, improve safety and sustainability, and maintain our position as a leading mining company in the country. To sum up, while mine digitization in India is making progress, there is still considerable scope to grow and improve. Continued government support, industry collaboration, investment in digital infrastructure and capabilities are essential to realizing the full potential of digitization in the Indian mining industry. I would urge all the stakeholders to come together to accelerate this process of digitization. Thank you, Monica.
Thank you so much, sir, for your insight. And it's great to hear your experience and the digital drive which you brought in NMDC. We will take it ahead. Now, I would like to invite Mr. Vivek Nishant Nath from Odisha Mining Corporation to present. Please unmute and share your screen. Thank you so much, sir. Please mute. Yeah.
Thank you, Monica. I'm trying to connect.
Yes.
I'm sharing my screen now. Let me know if it is visible.
Yes, your screen is visible to us. The PPT is there. Please begin, sir.
Yeah. So, good morning, my co-panelist. Nice introduction by Sumit Dev, sir. I welcome all the panelists and thank you, Monica, for inviting me. Probably this is the third or fourth year we have been in association since you launched your Metalogic, and I'm quite happy to with the progress that you are making and the kind of webinars and seminars and conferences that you have been doing all along, which is beneficial both for the industry as well as to your company. Thank you very much. Good job. And with a lady, and a majority of your team is having female presence, which is also a very good point. As far as OMC is concerned, our journey with the digitization and IT implementation started way back in 2004-5, and we are on the verge of our digital strategy 2.0. Digital strategy 1.0 has already been completed. Majority of the digitization processes have already been implemented or are on the verge of implementation. So I'll take you through the journey of OMC technology roadmap, what we have followed ever since our implementation of ERP way back in 2004-5. After that, slow implementation, but the thing started moving after the customer. We introduced 1920 customer integrated management system, and which is a unique interface between OMC and its customer. Let me tell you from my perspective, being head of sales and marketing, this CIMS, we have done a business altogether of roughly 78,000 crores till now. I have more than 900 registered customers each e-auction that I do involves almost 300 to 350 customers who are participating, out of which 250 are the successful bidders. So more than 250 customers, their contract generation, their payment, their delivery order generation, and everything is integrated through this SIMS process, and it's a seamless process. They have got grievance cell also, wherein a customer, if anything is delayed, a customer can lodge a grievance. So this is the foremost thing that OMC has implemented, and it's running very fine. Subsequently, we have implemented vendor invoice management system to have a digitally invoice generation and tracking system. Then we have contract lifecycle management system, library management system. Currently, we are having facial recognition attendance system merged with HRMS, human resource management system. Then we have logistics management system and CSR management system. One more thing, laboratory information management system, which is missing over here. All these things we have implemented and are in various stages of progress or almost nearing completion. Now, the next thing that we are going to do is to introduce My OMC, which will be a culmination or aggregation of all these systems so that everything is directly linked with SAP and all the data and everything is synchronized. So our digital strategy 1.0 is over almost with the main focus being to bringing the required digital infrastructure like ERB adoption and critical enterprise application for transforming process. And the 5 pillars that we had under this digital strategy was customer integrated management system, vendor invoice, compliance and litigation management, logistics management system. Now we are going to implement digital strategy 2.0, which is the basic aim being digital penetration to core function across mining value chain with the help of advanced technologies like AI and ML. The key areas of the digital strategy will be connecting all the stakeholders together, including my vendor, including my customer, the fleet owners, the truck providers. Everyone has to be integrated. Number one. Number two, embracing industry 4.0 solutions like all our mines will have 5G network and they will be all integrated. Automation of various processes in our different mines and crushing beneficiation plants and some other plants, ferrochrome plants. Solution driven by emerging technology like AI, ML, analytics, blockchain, etc. Now let us delve into this logistics management system, which has been our mainstay in our Gandhamardan mines, and now it has been implemented at Daitari mines. Altogether, we will be implementing in all our mines, 18 working mines. As against the iron ore mines of Tata Steel and NMDC, which are fully mechanized, and they have their dispatch processes through the rail network. On the contrary, in OMC, apart from one single mine, that is Jilling Langlota mines, all other mines are semi-mechanized with the mainstay of dispatches through truck movement. Even if they are connected with the railhead with a distance of say 8 to 9 kilometer or ranging from 3 to 4 kilometer to 8 to 9 kilometer, even then the truck movement has to take place. And NMDC OMC has been like operating at a level of 12 to 30 million ton per annum till the year 1920 or 2021. From there on, there has been paradigm shift, and now we are dispatching close to 39 million ton of this, 39 million ton. Last year we touched 38.8 million ton, which is almost 3 times jump in last 3-4 years. And it required a 20 lakh trip. All the mines put together had dispatched 20 lakh trip, which is on an average 6,600 to 6,900 trucks per day being handled by all the mines put together without, God forbidding, without any incident and seamlessly because of the digitization and very, very effective stress on our safety mechanism, on our safety processes. So this is the logistics management system. Right from the truck entry, we give them a barcode. All our trucks are RFID coded. We give them a barcode which determines which buyer, which product, which size. The truck is then weighed, tare weight is taken. It goes to the designated site for loading, comes back, gets the gross weight done, then weight adjustment is done, and it goes out of the mine subsequently to be monitored under the ITMS system. Before that, before implementation of logistics management system, we had challenges like lack of time visibility, longer queues, unauthorized entry of trucks, offline and in-silo management of data, and significant manual process, as against 4 slips that a truck driver was required to carry while entering the mine. He is required to carry only one slip, one barcoded slip. His truck is RFID coded. We get all the details of the truck owner, when it was built, and who is the driver. And it's almost manless entry point, manless weigh bridges. Only at the loading point, there are humans to load the truck through loader and other things. What has done to us? What it has done to us? With an investment of about 50 crore rupee in total in various stages since 1920, we have been able to, like for Gandhamardan iron ore mines, it's 10 million ton mines. 10 million ton we have been able to reach the potential last year with dispatch of close to 10 million ton. And it started from 3 to 4 million ton earlier they used to dispatch. From a level of 500 trucks per day, currently they are handling 2,500 trucks per day. Out of that, 6,900 trucks that we are handling on daily basis, Gandhamardan alone is handling about 2,500 trucks per day. The benefits are fast throughput, improved safety standards, better regulatory compliances, automatic identification of every process, and it has helped to give us the data-driven strategic decisions that we have been able to make, and accordingly we have been able to implement various initiatives which has led to such a spectacular growth of OMC dispatches from a 12 million ton level to 39 million ton level last year. Apart from logistics management system, next at strategy 2.0, we are going to have our AI ML use cases wherein we will have AI enabled CCTV cameras which will identify the product that is loaded into truck or to be loaded into truck by fines or CLO of 5 to 18 mm or 18 to 40 mm or 10 to 40 mm size. All these things will be detected seamlessly so that the truck which is entered into our mines goes to the right spot, loads the right product and comes out. The other issue is safety aspect. We have to, because of so many truck handling, we have to be very careful on the safety aspect in our mine. So the AI ML tool that we are going to use will also identify which are the worker or which are the human beings which are not in the proper PPE kit. We maintain very strict safety regulation inside our mine, and next step we are going to use that for safety regulation inside our mines. Some more AI ML use cases are like fleet management system. Apart from the logistics management system, which took care of the movement inside our mines, we are going to have a next level, which is fleet management and dynamic asset allocation, whereby we will be taking into consideration our business partners and fleet owners also. And we will be the system that we are going to generate, fleet management system, will have all the truck details, their tire position, when they require the next servicing to be done. All those things will be entered, which will help even our business partners to have better utility of the fleet that they are owning. And it will help us in improving our productivity, in dynamic allocation of all the assets. We will be doing geofencing of all our mine site, so that the truck, when it reaches to the right spot. And if it has not reached the right spot, because of geofencing, an alarm will be created and it will come to our command and control system. So many things are going to happen. Next, we are going to implement our AI/ML ITOT integration for our beneficiation plant, crusher, and conveyor belt. So in our beneficiation plant, all the critical parameters like conveyors, crusher house, beneficiation plant will be monitored online, seamlessly, and real-time basis. Predictive maintenance analysis for conveyor and crusher and other parts which can be done. Load anomaly detection can be done, and set point recommendation based on historical data analysis can be done in the next stage. This is a typical fleet management system. It will look like how the process flow. I will not get into much detail. The ITOT integration at beneficiation plant and crushing, it will data-driven analytics with SCADA systems, IoT sensors and devices. The IoT sensors and devices will feed into the analytical engines on in cloud, and it will have the decision making processes, and ultimately after the analysis it will feed to the command and control system to have better analysis and the real-time data available for our plant control right sitting in my chamber. The benefits that's going to accrue is predictive maintenance, real-time result and on-site alerts, data-driven prescriptive analysis, so that we plan in advance when we have to take shutdown or what kind of production planning that has to be done inside in our beneficiation plant for Tomor and other processes. And throughput increase is normal process, is the normal outcome that is going to happen. Use of AI ML in drones. Currently, we are using drone on quarterly basis, wherein the drone is taking data of the mine and capturing it, and then we are analyzing it whether it is the mining is being done exactly as per the mining plan or not. This is a quarterly process wherein drone is applied, drone services are taken. But going forward, we are going to use the drone on 24 real-time basis, wherein image analysis will be done to detect the slope morphology, sensor data analytics will be done, slope displacement, ground movement and moisture content, etc. will be analyzed. Similarly, drone will be utilized for our mining lease area boundary survey and to detect if any kind of encroachment is taking place or any movement is there. So all those things are going to be implemented under OMC Digitization Strategy 2.0 going forward. This is the schematic analysis, schematic description of drone uses, AI and ML process. We will have drone IoT sensors, radar technologies, which will be fed into our deep neural network, cloud-based deep neural network that will analyze the data and give the proper feedback to command and control center at our head office. The benefits that we are looking for is measurement accuracy and resolution, real-time result and on-site alert in case something wrong is happening, compact and portable solution, and high availability with low-cost maintenance. Like as of now, I am able to monitor my truck dispatches on real-time basis. I am through my handheld device, I am able to monitor when my first truck had started from which mine, and accordingly I am able to guide them why the truck has not started or what is the issue from first hour till the last hour. I have got the dashboard available in my handheld device, wherein I can monitor the dispatch that has happened till now, And over a period of time, with the introduction of AI ML, I will be physically able to see what is happening inside that particular mine, where with the introduction of AI ML and with the introduction of drone and 5G network that we are going to implement in all our 18 working mine. So that is the journey that OMC has already taken till now, right from 2004-5, and that we plan going forward. I think that's all from my end. Thank you, Monica.
Thank you so much, sir. And it's amazing to see the digital drive at OMC. And it's absolutely great how the logistics are being handled and how the IoT has been placed. And you are able to track everything from your office, looking at your phone screen and systems, how the stockpiles are behaving, how mining operations are happening. So before I come to Mr. Prem, I like to launch one poll for the audience. Audience, please be ready and check the poll. The question is very, very simple. How familiar are you with integration of digitization, AI, and drone technology in the mining industry? Please answer. Meanwhile, the audience is answering the poll. Sir, there is one question for you, Vivek sir, from Mr. Manish Kumar. He is asking, how are the weight bridges automated by OMC? Is there any integration of I3MS and SAP?
Yes, it is there.
Okay, okay. And the first part of the question, how the weight bridge automated by OMC? If you like to answer, connect him
As
to
I
somebody.
explained just now, we have implemented this logistics management system whereby Waybridge and everything is automated, linked to SIMS, linked to SAP, and the data is directly fed into SAP. It gets once the truck leaves, it gets connected through the I3MS system of Odisha state government, and further to that, it's monitored under I3MS. Before that, in my it gets captured in SAP through SIMS.
Yes, yes. So thank you, Vivek sir. We will come back to more questions. Meantime, I want to invite Mr. Prem from Maru Drone to make a presentation. Over to you, Premji, and Vivek sir, I request to please mute your mic.
Thank you, Monica, and thank you. I think we have esteemed guests from OMC and from the NMDC and Sumit sir. So thank you, everybody. I'm founder and CEO of Maru Drones. I have a small video because we are proud that we have worked with NMDC and we have delivered one of the unique the solution product to the NMDC, and which makes us proud that we have worked with NMDC and this there. I have a small video and then I'll start my presentation. So you are able to see my screen.
Yes, yes, it's visible.
In the heart of India's technological landscape, where innovation meets precision, Marut Drones stands as a beacon of excellence. Marut Drones, India's leading drone manufacturer, has embarked on a groundbreaking journey alongside the National Mineral Development Corporation.
For the first time in India, we have built a drones for mineral exploration. It's an octa-quad coaxial Excite drone, and this is specially made for the customer NMDC.
Together, they are pioneering drone-based mineral exploration in India. NMDC, seeking the pinnacle of precision, turned to Marut Drones for two custom-made octocopter drones.
For the first time in India, NMDC is using for a mineral exploration, and the important aspect is this drone is built with a hyperspectral sensor and magnetometer and LiDAR used for the mineral exploration.
These drones are not just machines, they are the culmination of innovation and expertise. With NMDC leading the charge, drone-based mineral exploration has reached new heights. Say goodbye to cumbersome equipment and challenging terrains.
Development and R&D with the state-of-art facility at Marut Drones, and we have taken up a lot of custom drones, and one of the custom drones which you see is here.
Marut Drones. Custom-made solutions make precision more efficient and cost-effective. This isn't just exploration, it's a revolution. Marut Drones, your one-stop solution for custom-made excellence.
So you are able to see my presentation?
Yes, we are able to see the presentation. The video had little problem.
Acha. So okay, I'll share it the stuff. So
Sure.
we are Hyderabad-based company, and we have a team of 120 people, and we have started 5 years back. We've been recognized domestically, internationally for the work what we're doing, the drones and AI part, and a few of the like Facebook innovation accelerators, or we're part of the Forbes Attended 30. So basically, just wanted to share quick screenshots of the project work we did. These are two customized drone with all these safety features. This is an octocopter, specially designed for the NMDC, and has a important aspects of all the safety features, and the motors, all the more of the what you see, everything is a made in India. The customized built for this drone. So this is with the hyperspectral sensor, and this with the magnetometer, which we have designed, delivered, and this with the officials NMDC, which we have worked, and this is the used extensively now. And earlier, the speaker has presented, basically not only just the hardware platforms, we also have built the software platforms for the digitization and showing the 3D, 2D, 3D. I can quickly show you what are the outputs we could show this entire digitization. And a few of the other projects which we have extensively worked on the delivery aspects. We've like 20 kgs, 30 kgs delivery drones, and long range drones which are for like 3 hours, 2 hours were built. This is used in glaciers when Uttarakhand glaciers happened, or when there's floods happens in Assam, Northeast. We extensively use these drones for delivering from one point to other point. So other than building these drones, we also worked with the projects, around 25 projects we have delivered, where we have used hardware and also did entire the surveys aspects. Majorly, people, all these come about more of the outputs, where we use a traditional DGPS and the drone-based entire together. And there's a few outputs which we give them. And these are the final outputs, which in a quick overview to show. Majorly, till now, people have asked us to build the drones, also to come up with outputs of like volumetric analysis, mineral explorations, sort of thing. Another also is on the more of a reclamation, or the more of a showing in the 3D before and after reclamation kind of aspects, where we have did a couple of the work. And periodical kind of a inspection. We have a drones which can fly for 2 hours, 3 hours. So periodical inspection from point A to point B, or even the change detection, small change in any of the boundary or the mine, they could clearly see on the detection point of it, and is digitized into the platform at present. So this is basically they're using for inspection, surveillance, and even the detection. So we also have built a drones for the reforestation, for a more of a doing rapid reforestation using these drones. These are the few quick wanted to show how the work what we did. So I think just wanted to take more Q&A and everything, just to give you the overview of the work, what we're doing it and everything. I can share the video separately to you, Monica, so they can share it off.
Certainly, sir. So moving ahead, I'd like to invite Dr. Abhijit Mukherjee to make a presentation, and after that we will only have Q&As. There are a lot of questions which are coming in our Q&A box and in chat box, which we will take up one by one. So over to you, Dr. Abhijit Mukherjee, and request you to kindly open your presentation.
You can see the presentation. Good afternoon. Monica,
Good afternoon.
Can you see
Not
the
yet,
presentation?
sir. Not yet. We are not able to see right now. Please open it. In a similar way, how we did the testing.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, you're
Yeah,
trying
can
to
you
open.
see? Can you see
Yeah,
this
yeah.
now? The
Yes,
presentation.
yes,
Right
I'm
now.
able to see, and please put it
Yeah.
on the slideshow mode.
Yeah, I'm doing that. I'm doing that. Yeah. Good
Yes.
afternoon, everyone. People have talked about, AI, machine learning, and other aspects in mining. Actually, I'll be specifically talking about US-based magnetic survey and hyperspectral remote sensing for mineral exploration. Basically, people know there are a lot of uses of drone, in agriculture, photography, security, defense, mapping, and entertainment, etc. And there was a gazette in the year 2021 about the utilization of drones in mining sector. And there were certain criteria where mining companies had to fly drone, with a 24 megapixel camera at a height of 40 feet. That too during daytime, and the data had to be submitted to Indian Bureau of Mines. This had different objectives, as per the requirement of Ministry of Mines. But my talk will be exclusively about drone-based mineral exploration. And I'm grateful to NMDC management, our chairman, our director, Chairman Amitabh Mukherjee sir, and our director Mohanty sir and Vinay Kumar sir. Actually, this was initiated by our earlier chairman and Sumit Dev sir. But they always encouraged, digitization, and they always wanted to introduce new technology for mining and exploration in particular. So because of the digital initiatives, that we have taken for exploration, some of the digital initiatives I would like to highlight. We are the nodal agencies, for mineral exploration like Geological Survey of India. And I would say we are one of the best in the country. We have handled reconnaissance, permit, prospecting, and also mining, all the three, which GSI has not done, which other MECL has not done. So we have, connect between reconnaissance, then prospecting to mining. There's a very good connect, and we have handled G1 to G4 level of exploration. And based on this, we have developed a very good remote sensing team and GIS team. We're the first PSU from Ministry of Steel to have the remote sensing GIS lab with advanced remote sensing and GIS softwares. We are the first company to use what we call space geophysics for mineral exploration. We have discovered few kimbolites in central India, and we have tied up with ISRO. We have developed an online monitoring, what we call field monitoring data based on the Bhuvan platform. So these are some of the things that we have done. We also use the aeromagnetic data of GSI. We have had a MOA with the GSI. So it is a connect. So today's talk, will be focused on drone-based mineral exploration. Basically, this UASI, I'm using US because it is, unmanned aerial system. In this, we have a drone, we have a magnetometer, we have a hyperspectral and a LIDAR. So here, this is very useful, for geophysical surveys, for improved safety to survey personnel, better cost efficiency, and better data coverage. And the entire site will be covered, with evenly spaced, flight lines, So we call it evenly spaced coverage. And we can record the data at a very lower altitude as when compared to airborne data or helicopter-borne data that we collect using the magnetometers. So this, as per the digital initiatives of Government of India and as per NMDC version 2.0, it was envisaged to introduce unmanned aerial system with magnetic survey and hyperspectral remote sensing for the first time in India for mineral exploration. And the presentation highlights the advantages of the new technology. And before we took up this, we had discussions with NGRI, which is the premier agency for geophysics. We had talks with scientists from ISRO, then Telangana civil aviation officials, university professors, and IIT Kharagpur. So here I would just briefly talk about the US-based magnetic readings, measurements that we take, and hyperspectral imaging that we do. So magnetic and hyperspectral US surveys, hold a particular promise for mineral exploration. Several groups have published, several data. And I've gone through several research papers and literature that have been already published. So we will be attempting this for the first time. We have already started this sort of exploration. Magnetic measurements, they play an important role in mineral exploration, because this magnetization of rocks, they are associated with the magnetite and other iron minerals that are there with the rock types. Hyperspectral imaging, here we will be using, electromagnetic spectrum, which we call the bandwidth of 400 to 2500. So the multispectral, this had advantages over the multispectral imaging. So this is the best sensor that we could get from Headwall, USA. We went to IIT Kharagpur also to find out about the bandwidth, because they are also making some sensors. Even ISRO could not make a sensor with this bandwidth for hyperspectral remote sensing, which we are using for mineral exploration. So what are the advantages, actually, the payload? So we had gone through, the different drones, the fixed wing and then the octocopter sort of thing, non-fixed wing. So this should be, lightweight systems, which can be deployed quickly for survey. So earlier we did helicopter-borne geophysical surveys for diamond exploration in Anantapur, Andhra Pradesh. But those, that requires a lot of money, a lot of time. We have to take a lot of permissions, hiring of helicopter for the instrument and all that. So this, this had a lot of advantages. We need not hire the helicopter. That cost also, it is very cost effective. And you can fly at low elevation. We had flown at an altitude of say 80 to 90 meters, when we did helicopter-borne geophysical survey. So this will be closer to the ground. So when you are more closer to the ground, you'll have more better readings. Rather, it will be much better when compared to the heliborne or the airborne magnetic data. So this is the fixed wing. Now people may ask why we have not asked for fixed wing and why this multi-copter, octocopter, which was developed fabricated by Maru drones in India. So this we had given some specifications of the payloads, the hyperspectral payload, the magnetometer. They will have certain weight, and also the endurance, how much time the drone can fly for the survey. That is also very, very important. And in both the platforms, we had integrated global navigation satellite system, receivers and inertial measurement units, which measure the position and orientation of the UAS, that is the unmanned aerial system. So there's a drone magnetic flight height and spacing we maintain at a height of 30 meters or even 50 meters. That again depends on the topography, the ruggedness of the topography, and so many other factors. I'll show a slide after this. So hyperspectral imaging, photogrammetry. This also we collect at a height of 30 meters AGL, spacing of 30 meters, side overlap of 30 meters. And you may fly at a height of about 30 meters also, but this instrument captures the data in the electromagnetic spectrum of 400 to 2500 nanometers. So this is one example in Finland. They had done, how they used, the hyperspectral, the magnetics, how they overlaid, how they did the mapping. You can see the right side, you have got the magnetic anomaly using the drone, left side, the hyperspectral, how the diabase was demarcated, how the carbonatite body was demarcated. So this mapping also you can do. Not only you can pinpoint the target areas, prospective areas in the allocated auction blocks, you can reduce the area quickly and come out with better options and suggestions for mineral exploration and save time and money. So we had, now I talk about the sensors that we are using in NMDC. For the first time, we are using this hyperspectral co-aligned with LiDAR. You can see this is that Headwall hyperspectral instrument with LiDAR. So this has a bandwidth of 400 to 2500, which is the best sensor available for mineral exploration, with which we can identify most of the minerals that are there on planet Earth. I repeat, planet Earth. And we also, as you can see, the spectral channels that are there for VNIR and SWIR. These are also very, very important. Though these specifications were provided and we could get. And even ISRO could not make this. And the hyperspectral imager payload was less than 5 kgs. This is also very important. You can see on the left, the hyperspectral imager connected with LiDAR. LiDAR is for the, the DEM. what you call the height and all that. It does perfect calculations better than the drone GPS that it has got. So we have the LiDAR. So with X, Y, Z positional accuracy and the height accuracy. So this will be for the hyperspectral. This is the magnetometer that we are using. This is a Geometrics Mag Arrow magnetometer. You can see this has got the operating range of 20,000 to 1 lakh nanoteslas. As you go from equator to pole, this reading goes, like if you worked in South India, say Anantapur, we had around 42,000 nanoteslas. In Panna, we had around 46,000 nanoteslas. So this operating range was very, very good. And the gradient tolerance was 10,000 nanoteslas per meter. And another thing was the heading range error. This is also too good, 5 nanoteslas. So we used, we had to purchase this, what you call magnetometer. So this was for the magnetic surveys that we will be doing for mineral exploration in India. Now this is the octocopter Marut has already mentioned. So the payload of 5 kgs and then the payload of 950 grams and how the gimbal will be attached, to the drone. This was the customized drone octocopter, and it had a range of 1 kilometer, visual line of sight, altitude of 1 kilometer. So this will suffice our exploration. What all parameters I've already mentioned. So this is just I will be talking about the drone-based what you call surveys that we have done for mineral exploration. We are the first in the country to start this sort of mineral exploration, and the first company, NMD is the first company to do drone-based magnetics over a diamond mine. First company in the world, rather. Even Rio Tinto has not done, but it is a privilege to tell that we have done. We got a very good magnetic height. So, and the hyperspectral was also done. We are processing the data now. So for the Majgavan mine, Asia's only diamond mine. So we had collected the data acquisition. We have done for the magnetic data acquisition was done through drone over a diamond mine for the first time in the world. So for this, I told you already, actually, we could have hired a drone pilot. But when you become a pilot, you will have, better understanding about the surrounding, the geology, how you'll do the flight lines, which direction. So 4 of the, geoscientists from NMDC, they have become drone pilot. We are certified drone pilots, DGC certified license we have got, for flying the drones for mineral exploration. And we always, it is also very important, for all the drone pilots who are into exploration, that to follow the drone rules, there are green zones and red zones. So many rules you have to follow as a drone pilot before you fly. And these are the softwares that we use, different softwares that we are using for mineral exploration. For flying the octocopter drone, we use a mission planner. For the processing of the magnetic data, we are using the geometric software, GeoSoft OS montage software for processing the data, magnetic data that we collect using the drone-based, flights. For the hyperspectral data processing, we use Hyperspec3 and NV softwares. And for overlaying the multiple data sets like magnetic, hyperspectral and other information that we have. Even we use overlay sometimes the GSI data which they provide through NGDR, National Geological Data Repository, which is on the GSI website. So we overlay some of the data also. So these are the advantages that we have. You overlay the earlier done, if at all some data is there, we use it with our data. Drone based. For this, we have ArcGIS software. So these are the 5-6 softwares that we use. So these are the softwares that we use for hyperspectral. You can see how complex it is. We use Hyperspec3 for the data acquisition, downloading, then for the VNIR, SWIRS, shortwave infrared, what you call VNIR. Then after downloading, processing, these are the 6 softwares that we use. And there are manuals actually. It is a complex process, but we enjoy doing this, And this is how that is for the hyperspectral. These are the softwares. For the flying the drones, we use the mission planner. You can see the flight lines here, the lines, which are tapped, they are a bit smoothened actually. So some, what you call, a picture I had taken for the slide preparation. So flight lines are planned, the polygon area of interest is planned, and from where we'll start flying and all that, your drone should not collapse, the endurance time will be 15 to 20 minutes. So the flight lines, you should decide accordingly how much time it will take, how much time you will again get it back to the point from where you are started. So the US survey design, we first visit the site, we see the topography, the roads, the weather conditions. Weather conditions are also very, very important, the wind speed, the weather conditions, the sunlight and all that. The flight heights we decide, because it should not crash, because it's a very costly instrument, LIDAR costs, LIDAR with hyperspectral itself is 3.8 crores. So total will be around 4 to 5 crore rupees. So the flight lines are decided based on the time, the cost, and the topography, the area coverage that we are doing, the geology and mineralization. The flight direction also is very, very important. So you can see survey line for mineral is 20 to 50 meters. We give the spacing, 200 line spacing in the east-west direction. You can give, you can decide for which survey, how much should be the spacing and all that. It depends from area to area, mineral to mineral. So you can take a call on that. And then there's mission planning, and then also the battery power consumption, 30 to 40 minutes per set. So this is also very important, otherwise the drone will fall. So we have to be very, very careful. The speed of the drone and all that we decide, 3 to 7 meters per second. And then these are the software that we use for the processing of the magnetic data that we acquire in the field, geosoftware assist montage. We use, check the erroneous data, integrate the magnetic data with the GPS, do journal corrections, and we generate the total magnetic intensity. There are different maps you can generate. Geophysicists will tell you TMI, RTP, and the tilt derivative. So many, types of anomaly maps you can generate. We also use the geometric software for processing the magnetic data. You can see the UAV magnetic, the surveys that fill the gap between the traditional ground magnetic, airborne magnetic due to the possibility of designing automated missions. This will save a lot of money, and this will be having good precision, and it will save a lot of time, and you can get very good, you can reduce the area quickly for mineral exploration. And you can suggest the drilling points or the points where you will do follow-up for geochemical sampling or some ground geophysics or whatsoever. Oh, this is, you can see the anomaly map generated very recently. Maybe I returned on 2nd of May from Jabalpur. This is the Siddhan area. You can see the beautiful, you can see this, northeast, east, northeast, west, southward trend of the formation. The rocks are trending in that direction. It has come up very well. You can see the magnetic. It is also showing east, northeast, west, southwest. And you can see the manganese in that red high. So you can see that manganese is there. And this is the BF and the phyllite. Phyllite has got low magnetic. It has got high magnetic. So you can pinpoint, you can see this actual map that we have done with a black dotted line. This is the borehole that we have done. You can see magnetic high. It is corroborating with the manganese that is there here. So you can prioritize your areas, this is for manganese, this is for iron ore, we got, sort of band. Again, these anomalies, they vary from area to area, geology to geology, the rock types that you have, the different types, the contrast that the rock types can have, the minerals that they have. So a good geologist will analyze and interpret. This is just like that. I'm showing, how you can do the quick assessment, mineralize, if some area is given auctioned, for prospecting. You can distinguish, bifurcate the mineralized area and the non-mineralized area using drone-based mineral exploration. So you can generate, synthetic models. Now we plan to generate some algorithms with ISRO and also what you call NGRI for different minerals, different geological settings. So it will take a long time, not long time, maybe a few years from now. So this is just the beginning that we have done, like a toddler for the first time in the country, and it gave me immense pleasure. And I'm grateful to NMDC management, which had been always encouraging to introduce new technology. And I will not be shameless if I tell that NMDC is the #1 mining company, which has already been doing different types of exploration in India and abroad, right from G1 to G4, as we call in India, or India and abroad. Thanks to Monica Bachchan madam for giving me this opportunity to share the limited knowledge that I had on this particular subject, which I took up hardly 2 years back. So I end up with Jordan Peterson's, statement, to master a new technology, you have to play with it. That is the reason why I became drone pilot, and I read all the rules, then take necessary approvals from the local police station or the forest department, and then fly high, because you have to touch the if you have to touch the stars, you have to fly high and cross that limit. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, and very, very interesting presentation. I think, being a toddler means we all are sailing in same boat right now, because we all are trying to understand what AI and drones can do with mining and exploration. So I think we all are toddlers right now, whether it is NMDC, OMC, or even Metalogic, or maybe Marut drone is a little bigger brother for us, who will teach us, what is there, what is not. Sir, I request you to please stop share the screen. And now I'll take the questions one by one. So we have a question from Mr. N. Satyanarayana. His question is to you, Dr. Mukherjee. He want to ask you, what is the cost analysis of drone magnetic survey versus ground magnetic survey?
I tell you, madam, if you fly around 2 to 3 square kilometers, you need 2 geologists, you need 1 vehicle, and you can cover 2 square kilometers in a day. Whereas if you are doing ground magnetic, it takes longer time and the cost will be more. But again, it depends, how is the terrain, how much time it takes ground magnetic survey, when the geologist or geophysicist is going to the ground, it takes more time. You have to climb up the hill, again come down, again go up. It takes more number of days. So, TADA factor, I've not done the calculations, but it saves a lot of money. The work which takes around 7-8 days, it can do it in 1 or 2 days.
Sir, your screen is still visible. I request you to please click on stop sharing, so that all the panelists are visible in a bigger window.
Okay, stop sharing. Now you can.
Yeah. Now it is absolutely perfect. So Mr. Satyanarayana also have asked, in coal exploration, how effective this drone magnetic survey will be detection of dikes in coal field area. Anybody can answer. Maybe
Madam,
Prem,
false,
you.
actually what happens, I have not worked with coal, but in general, when you do drone-based survey, when you make the mosaic, different blocks, 1 square kilometer, 1 square or 2 square kilometer blocks, when you do the mosaicing of that, see, you have to identify the faults. Like sometimes, there is a break in the magnetic anomalies, highs you join. Actually, it is a complex subject. We have done how you demarcate the breaks, the faults, the contacts. So one has to understand, based on the magnetic anomaly, you can have, all magnetic highs like dots which are there or circles. So you join them, that will be a magnetic high, what you call a lineament. Like that, there will be several lineaments. There will be breakage in the magnetic lineaments, so which indicates the faults. So you have to interpret, based on the geology and also what is the, previous literature. You have to understand what is the geology of the area, how the coal seams are behaving, what is the geological map, and based on magnetics you can identify. And also hyperspectral, if at all there is some, you can do, hyperspectral, you can overlay and try to confirm. However, this will be 80% accurate, madam, because ground
we have right, sir. We have some viewers watching on YouTube also. So there we have a question from Mr. Trinath Bodati. So he's asking, maybe Premji would like to answer that. What are the safety precautions put in place when carrying hyperspectral camera, which are quite expensive? How redundant are the safety protocol in this context, and what kind of insurance is available? Premji.
So thank you. And there is a special insurance is taken, like there's a special package created for this because the payload itself is a little expensive.
Prem, can I answer? Yes, actually, yes. Madam, actually,
let him complete first, then you.
Actually, it is actually Prem knows. What we did is there is a landing gear. You can see something like an arm. So that height, it is more than the hyperspectral, because hyperspectral is a costly instrument with LiDAR, costing around 3 point. So landing gears are longer and they are very sturdy. This is what was told to Prem, and Prem has fabricated accordingly. Prem, you can further.
Yeah. You were telling us about some incidents. Yes.
Yeah, so basically the insurance, general insurance for any drone is a 5% or a 6% of the drone cost. But generally here the insurance we were focusing on the drone plus the payload, the hyperspectral, the magnetometer and everything. So there's a special package has been created and NMDC has taken care of the entire insurance part so that it can safeguard not only just the drone, on the payload also, the one. Second is the safety features. The why this drone has been in the octocopter, because you have seen two motors top and down, right? This is customly designed and built for this the requirement. If any of the motor stops, also the other motor can balance and bring back to the location safely. Rather, it crashes the location. So, and it has all the more of a return to home. If something happens, it comes back to the location where it started. And also it has a safety features in terms of if any the battery is going less than 20%, comes back to the location where it started. So those safety was the first thing, and next is insurance was the second aspect which we have taken. The NMDC has brought this drone because of insurance was taking little more time. They've been waited, and once the insurance has done, then only they've started using this drone. I think more on the insurance part, Dr. Abhijit sir can tell you more details, but we felt this was a very custom requirement for the bankers also. Key, because they know straightforward any other drones is a 5%, 4%, but when it comes to the payload also have to be safeguarded. They've created a new package in the insurance itself, so that it was little higher side, but still it was insured on the payload and drone both aspects.
For the first time they did this sort of insurance, they had 200 to 300 questions were asked. It took nearly 3 to 4 months, even though we were after that only we took off, we started flying. What this Prem told, insurance is very, very important. Insurance, we took some time, for the first time they were also doing. They asked about the pilot's experience, how many hours of flight they have done, like Indigo and SpiceJet, how they asked. So many questions were asked, about this. So it took 3 months to 4 months for getting the insurance. For them also, it was for the first time.
So when we are talking about the insurance, there is again a follow-up question on this. Now people want to know that which are the insurance companies are there, who give insurance on such technology. And IISc proofs are also doing this recently. They are looking for support in such runs. So if you just want to tell us 2 or 3 companies who are doing the insurance for such projects.
Actually, insurance is for the instruments and the drone, madam. It is by United India, Oriental Insurance, all these teams, we have a GEM portal, being a PSU. So through that we had gone. So whichever party, quoted the minimum for the instruments, and there are other parameters which are there. So we had done. The 3-4 parties are there, United India, Oriental, another party I'm not recollecting. 2 or 3 parties had approached.
Vivekji, we have a question from Mr. Yatin Acharya. He's asking whether quality of iron ore in terms of Fe grade can be measurable through IoT.
Till now, I saw that question. Till now, that kind of technology is not freely available. We have yet to implement that. Online measurement of iron ore grades are currently not being done. It has to be done to be 100% accurate. It has to be done through normal process only, and it can be after the analysis is done and fed into the system. Probably it can be done through IoT, but online straight away on real-time basis, it's not possible currently.
Okay, and you like to tell us who are your technology partner? In case you do not want to share, you can always have that option. But if you like to share this, drone companies have participated, so they're curious to know who is the partner of OMC. Like we know NMDC, Marut Drone is there.
I'm really not aware because it's all handled by a different department. I'm handling sales. Yeah.
All right. So we have a question from Mr. Lakshmi Shri V. He is asking, how does the depth of mineral deposits affect their detectability with hyperspectral imaging? Who would like to answer this?
Actually, we club magnetic with hyperspectral. If you go for magnetic, it is a few centimeters to 2 kilometers. And this will be a few centimeters hyperspectral. Basically, hyperspectral will detect based on the reflectance and the absorption. Different minerals have got different reflectance, different EM. I told 400 to 2500 bandwidth. So different minerals have different absorption and reflectance. So these are characteristic, like how we do DNA fingerprinting. So similarly, it does. So based on that only we can do. And it is few centimeters only hyperspectral, but we club magnetic with hyperspectral, that is much better. Or if you have EM we have not introduced electromagnetic for base metal, gold, they are conducting bodies. So electromagnetic we have to introduce, but at a later date. First, let us start with something like your magnetic and hyperspectral. We can introduce EM also for gold and base metals.
Vijay Teja Reddy ji is asking, magnetometer was seen hanging from the drone. How was the drone movement balancing during the time of survey so that drone may not overturn or tangled?
No, actually, we consider the wind
Dr.
velocity.
Abhijit ji, let's Mr. Prem, answer this question. Yeah.
Before providing to the NMDC, we have did extensive tests of that. And not only extensive tests, we have tested the drone with the NMDC officials. Basically, the drone is looking like small in your photograph, but it is very large. So it is very, very stable. And we have taken with the dummy payloads also first before keeping the both hyperspectral or the magnetometer. We have created an equivalent weight of a dummy payloads, and we have did a more of a trial testings in different places. Then once we have seen all the results were positive and good, that's where we have handed over and we made. So what one more extra effort what we have taken was because being a PSU like NMDC, it's a new technology and they're also expertise. They have very good people who are spent about time in understanding drones and everything. For them, how to use this drone. And even we had OEMs from the hyperspectral magnetometer have come down to Hyderabad. So it's the responsibility of integration of drone and the payloads, but we made sure them also be physically there so that if anything need to be corrected in the sensor or anything, any attachment, any mismatch happens also, we have corrected them first with the two OEMs which have given us the magnetometer hyperspectral. With them, once the tests have been extensively done with our team, that's where we have spent almost 2 weeks for them to train how to do the mission plans, how to see the data which is coming from the drone or sensor, and how they're importing into the software. Entire this has been handholded. This was a very close working with them. For us also, it was a learning process through this entire process.
And how? Yes,
yes. And add more because their experience makes a huge.
So there is a follow-up question which Dr. Abhijit ji can take up similar to this only. The question is, how does other electromagnetic radiations in atmosphere affect the magnometers? Any calibration and parameters to be input before starting flying? Abhijit sir.
Actually, I'll tell you, this atmosphere doesn't have much. Only thing is we take care of the solar storm. So, solar storms are there, I'll tell you, solar storm, it affects the magnetic, field or susceptibility that is there. We take the readings, for example, if we take we have a base station. So in the base station, now we are flying for say 15-20 minutes. In the base station, we have a ground magnetometer where a geologist or geophysicist sits. So he'll be recording every 2 minutes or 3 minutes or 1 minute, he'll be taking a recording. So if there are solar storms, so suddenly, you will have very high values. So that will also indicate. So that data, even if I fly, that data we will discard. Again, we will have the same mission, we'll fly again. So solar storm is the only thing which affects the magnetic readings, basically. Otherwise, we are safe. And it is not an everyday feature that solar storm will affect. It is a rare phenomenon. It happens. in few days it can happen. So it happened with us earlier when we had done helicopter-borne magnetic survey in Anantapur district way back in 2004. But here it's there, it happens. It's a good question, madam. We do diurnal corrections and we discard the reading when there are solar storms.
We have one question from Mr. Lohit Kumar Das. He is asking, in the future, can these drones be automated with AI navigator without human operators?
It's definitely, it can be possible. Just that we have not started it, but it will be possible because earlier people might not have thought drones will do the mineral exploration, which it's making it possible. And like at present, the lot of scientists or researchers are working on this. It definitely, it's a matter of next 3 to 4 years when we see all this shift towards the AI and autonomous tools, doing all, removing all the manual or redundant works, what we're doing it.
Vivek sir, I have a question for you. And the question is, when we talk about Odisha, Odisha is a hub of mining and a hub of exploration. So what are the challenges a miner faces when we talk about the exploration and mining? And you are doing very active job in logistics also. And how digitization can help to automate those systems? What are the challenges as far as mining is concerned? So please unmute. Yeah, please unmute.
Yeah, for exploration, basically we have outsourced. We are not into digitization, but the state government as a whole has hired one agency which is going to map the entire state-based minerals and like what is available in Australia and few other countries, that you will have the mineral map of the entire state available. So we have, the state government has engaged an agency, a Canadian agency, which will be doing the entire mineral mapping of the state. As far as OMC is concerned, we are into the old methodology of drilling the borehole and doing the G1, G2 survey, and then we have like created the borehole laboratories and all that we are creating. But digitization, we are not much into as far as exploration goes.
Sir, can you tell us the challenges in general, with respect to other mining companies also? What are the challenges they face and which, the companies like Marut Drones can help them?
Challenges, I'm not into exploration, but challenges, what I understand, are the local challenges. The local people definitely, they don't allow you to do much of the things. So you need to have local administrative support. Then there are a few other like it's a deep jungles and all. So other kind of risks are also there. And over and above the regulatory permissions and all, which are the like a bit time taking. This is what to my mind comes as a challenge for exploration purposes.
And Prem, now since you are working with NMDC, see why we have NMDC and OMC today in this webinar is because you two are role model for the entire mining industry. And what you are adopting will certainly be adopted by other companies. So it is very, very important to have a representation of NMDC and OMC in this webinar. So Prem, I want to ask you, with your experience, what kind of the customization or tweaking you are doing, because I understand that Marut Drone, in fact, every drone company what I have gone through, they have started with the agriculture concept, and now they are getting on to the mining and exploration. So what are the things which you are, what kind of request you get, and how you are customizing the projects?
So definitely the mineral exploration has been a lot of people, once this news of NMDC has started adopting these drones for mineral exploration, a lot of people have reached out to us. The only thing they're getting afraid on the cost of the hyperspectral sensor. which a lot of people think it's very easy, small cost and everything. Today, these sensors are not available in India, so we are depending on the more of the companies which are outside India. So the demand is definitely there. So when it comes in more of a drones, also now because the endurance becomes a challenge, what I see. So that's where the lot of the more of the drones which we are looking at is on the gasoline based or the engine based or even the hydrogen fuel based in future, where it can give you a long endurance for them to use. Second is on the safety point of view, because more than the drone is a sensor cost is a more expensive. It's 10 times or 3 times or 5 times of the drone cost what we see. So that's safeguarding the sensor and safeguarding the drone becomes very important. So including the parachute, where when something happens, so the sensor and the drone can be recovered safely to the land to the ground. And even the software point of view, more of it's alerting if something is not right in the system. It's alerting the pilot, so that that becomes more of safety features what we see in the going forward. And there is a huge demand not only from India, outside India. So what we observed today is more than the India, outside India, people are very keen to adopt and keen towards using these drones with hyperspectral, drones with magnetometer. And that's we got a totally a new experience and new learning with Dr. Abid sir and even and working with them. So that's why every time whenever we get a request, it's for us is a more of a learning process for us we see. And we are in very baby steps towards in the mineral exploration or in the mining space what we see, because going forward it's 100% they will depend on drones and sensors. Rest I feel that's the way forward what they're looking at. Even only now they were only doing the basic volumetric analysis. They're doing only small change detection, which is a very thing, but very advanced like exploration, identifying the mine and defining it, which reduces a lot of time, money of these the government of India's and even the PSUs like the NMDC and many other Coal India, many other people will adopt is what we are seeing.
So I can say it in a way, like Dr. Abhijit said, we are a toddler. So right now we are only learning ABCD about it. But AI and drones are far, far more greater science, which ultimately after a few years, we will be able to see how the AI is automating everything. They're automating the drones also without human intervention. Are you also working for cement plant? Mukesh Dikshit ji wants to know, Prem.
So majorly there also we have on a stockpile and even for the more of a surveillance inspection aspects. So I can get in touch. I can leave my email ID and get in touch with him and explain in detail.
Okay. The time is running up now. I'll take few more questions and then we have to conclude the webinar. This question is from Mr. Akhil Kumar V. He's asking, can we go for drilling with interpretation based drone based magnetometers without any other geophysical survey? How much accurate we can get on the drilling?
Yeah, madam, I will tell you.
Yes.
Say when you get, suppose it depends on the mineral. Suppose I do drone-based electromagnetic, I'm having a conducting body, right? Now I've got hyperspectral also. I've seen some alterations, wall rock alteration, second point. Third, you have to go there with a GPS, take some chip samples. Suppose I'm doing for copper or some base metals. If you get some values, you can go for drilling. So it saves your time and money actually. So it makes your, saves your time. So if you're having electromagnetic, we are not having, it's like Lakshman, Dravid and Sachin. We brought Sachin and Lakshman, but Dravid is pending. Dravid is your electromagnetic. So these three methods are the best fits, Actually, geology is science, exploration is technology. And we have got hundreds of technologies. Out of that, I'm talking only about 3 related to drone. Isn't it, man? So this is the thing. So I would say, I am remembering, Neil Armstrong today, when this is one small step for a man one giant leap for the mankind. So this is our small step in the direction of exploration for the first time in the country. So maybe this will be a giant leap for the mankind or the Indians tomorrow.
I'll take one last question and then we will close the webinar. This question is from Mr. Abdul. Can we equip the drones with a system to be used in the prospection and exploration of gold-bearing minerals? So we have some gold miners also who have participated. They want to know whether these systems can be used for gold exploration and mining.
Yes, madam. So what happens before you start exploration? Like I will just give you one small example. If you have something in the brain, you will do an MRI. You will not do X-ray. Am I right?
Yes.
So
correct.
One should know what are the rock types. Green schist belts, they have gold. Right, madam? So there are several green schist belts, 9 in Andhra Pradesh, maybe over 30, 40 in Karnataka. Right? Karnataka has the maximum gold. So now one should know about the 5 parameters. One is stratigraphic, right? Another is structural. Another is geobotanical. Another is geochemical. Another is alteration. So one has to understand what is the rock type. Alterations can be seen using hyperspectral. Second, if you want to know conducting, gold will have some copper bearing minerals also. So it will be conducting. Aapko to pata hai na, copper wire shock lagta hai. So conducting, I'm simplifying because I'm a learner with limited knowledge in a limited company. I'm talking like a learner. So conducting. So with electromagnetic, you will get that. Okay, madam? Right? Third, magnetic. If you have got shear zone or contact, दो पत्थरों का contact के बीच में भी gold रह सकता है. Suppose there is a granite intrusion beside a schist belt. So contact. So magnetic readings will be different. Rock A, rock B. So contact zones में gold रहता है generally. Contact of 2 rocks. जो later आया घुस गया है. So it creates pressure and temperature variation. So one has to think actually, and also not only this, you have to take gold has been widely worked and in detail by Geological Survey of India also. So they have NGDR. I've been telling NGDR is a website from where you can get all the data. There are lakhs and lakhs of reports, several lakhs and lakhs of data, geophysical, geochemical, everything. They have national geophysical map, national geochemical map. So you have to download that area. वहाँ क्या geophysics chemical map में क्या, every 1 square kilometer they have got a geochemical map of 66 elements. So you have to overlay using ArcGIS. First get some copper or gold bearing values, contact of the rock, दोनों का कांटेक्ट में मैग्नेटिक से मिल गया, shear zone मैग्नेटिक से मिल गया, alteration using hyperspectral. So you have to prognosticate. ऐसा नहीं कि एक ही मेथड यूज कर दिया, I've hit the jackpot or I've hit the gold. It is not mechanized gold. So you have to use, models are there. I told you earlier, geology is science, exploration is technology. Science will make you think, exploration, technology will give you the tool.
So I'd like to play a very, very short video and then we are concluding the webinar. And this video is about the introduction of our conference, a physical conference. Viewers, we are holding a physical conference on 21st of June at Visakhapatnam. It's an international iron ore conference. I hope my screen is visible. Is it visible?
Yes, visible. Go ahead.
It's visible now.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, and esteemed panelists, valued participants, as we draw near to the conclusion of today's webinar, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you. I'm honored to have had the opportunity to moderate this esteemed panel of experts, and I'm immensely grateful